My dear Prabhu, so it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, Yadyat asarti shreshthas tat tat evetaro jana. Whatever examples are set by great people, common man follows that. So whenever I come to Vaikuntha, I see you. So you are a Grihastha, I mean Lakshmi ji. So Grihastha, you are simply lying on the bed, Ananta Shesha, and your wife Lakshmi ji is massaging your feet. So then, whenever I go to meet devotees, your devotees, they ask me what Narayana is doing in Vaikuntha. I have to tell the same thing every time, same story. And in Grihasthas, they will take it as an example. Okay, Grihastha's life is this only. As a Grihastha, we should simply sleep, and wives should massage our feet. It will not set a good example, especially for the Grihasthas. So why not you do some austerity, some tapasya, and set an example? So that all the brahmacharis, vanprasthas, sannyasis, those who want, even grihasthas, those who want spiritual life, want to progress in spiritual life, they can follow your example. So please, can you do some austerities, some tapasya? Now Lord Narayana said, okay, tathastu, whatever you said will be granted. So then Narayana sent wife Lakshmi ji to Nagloka. You go there, I will have some business, I will come after some time. Just like when some husband, sometimes the wife goes to his home, her home. So like that Lakshmi ji went to Nagloka. So Lord Narayana came here in Badrika Ashram. He appeared in 400 form. So he wanted to do tapasya. He incarnated as Nar Narayan Rishi. There are two rishis, Nar and Narayan. So the same people, these two rishis, they incarnated again, or you can say another incarnation, next yuga. Narayana came in the form of Sri Krishna, and Nara came in the form of Arjuna. So some people say Krishna and Arjuna, they are incarnation of Nar Narayan Rishi. So that is also correct. But we know, originally Krishna is Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Originally Krishna is Adi Purusha. He is the source of even Narayana. So both of these rishis appeared and they started doing severe austerities. They were having 4 hands. Even though they were rishis, human beings, but they were having 4 hands. And wearing deer skin with kamandalu. And they came here, some Rudraksh bead, and they started doing severe meditation. So then when people went to the devotees, demigods, they went to Vaikuntha, Narayana was not there. So everybody started searching, where is Narayana? So they all came to the Devatas. Narguni told them, Narayana is coming here. So everybody came here and they started offering prayers. Even Lakshmi ji came. So Lakshmi ji also, she did not come in the personal form, original form, because she did not want to disturb Narayana in his austerities. So she came in the form of Badri tree. Badri is a kind of berry, Badri tree. And she wanted to give some shade to Narayana where he is doing tapasya. So a lot of Badri trees you find here in the Badrika Ashram. That's why it's called as Badrika Ashram. And Narayana is known as Badrinath. His Natha is Prabhu of Badri. Just like we say Sita Ram and Lakshmi Narayan, Radha Krishna. So here he is called as Badrinath. Lord Narayana is Badrinath here. So this happened here. This is one story mentioned in the scripture. Another place it is mentioned, some scripture, that in Satyuga, Lord Narayana was visible in his original form here. And in the Treta Yuga, the next Yuga, Lord Narayana was not visible. Only visible to the sages, to the rishis, he was visible by meditation. When they do dhyana, then he is visible in Treta Yuga, and only to the sages. In Dwapar Yuga, he is not visible at all. So people became very disturbed. So then, then Kali Yuga also came. So especially demigods and all the sages, those who were living there, they were disturbed that Lord Narayana is not visible. So they all went to, in the beginning of Kali Yuga, they all went to the demigods, they went to Vaikuntha. So they said, what is the reason why Lord Narayana is not visible? They first went to Brahma. Whenever demigods have any problem, they first went to Brahmaji. And Brahmaji take them to Vaikuntha. So that is the same thing happened. So then they approached and started asking Narayana why you are not visible in Badrinath. So Lord Narayana said that because in Kali Yuga people are so sinful and full of bad habits and everything. So that is why I do not wish to appear before them in my visible form. That's why I disappeared. So, but you can find my deity form there in Narad Kunda. In my deity form, you can find it and you can install it in the temple. And in that form, I will give darshan in my deity form in Kali Yuga, not in my original form. But anybody sees my deity, it is as good as having my original darshan of my original form. So that's what the blessing for having. Yesterday we had darshan of deity form. It is as good as seeing the benefit. The result is as good as seeing Lord Narayana directly. So that's Vishnu told. So then, so they found Narad Kund. We took bath. Some of them they took bath. They went. It was hot water, and with bucket we took bath. So now that deity was found in Narad Kunda. So what happened? That deity was being worshipped, and the Chinese, China border is nearby. The Chinese, they attacked once long back. So the pujaris, they hit the deity again in Narad Kunda, thinking that just like Aurangzeb was attacking Vrindavan, they hit the deities, original deities of Vrindavan. Similarly, the pujaris here also did the same thing, they hit. So in Skanda Purana, it is mentioned that Lord Shiva is telling to Skanda, he's telling that in Kali Yuga I will appear in the form of Shankaracharya, in the form of a Brahmana. My name will be Shankaracharya. And I will reinstall this deity. So when Shankaracharya came here, so he took bath in Tapta Kunda. Shankaracharya is Lord Shiva himself. He took bath in Tapta Kunda. And then so that is the procedure. First, people should take bath in Tapta Kunda. Then they should go for having darshan of Adi Kedarnath, which is just above Tapta Kunda, a small temple over there. How many of you visited this? Some of you. That is Adi Kedarnath. So they go and have darshan of Adi Kedarnath, that is the sequence, and then they go to Badrinath darshan. So when Shankaracharya went there, did not find the deity there. So pujaris, what the pujaris were doing, they installed Shaligram Shila in the place of Badrinath and started worshipping. It was going on from so much long time. So So then the Shankaracharya became somewhat angry. What if I came here to see the four-handed form of Narayana, and Narayana is not here, Badrinath is not here. So where is he? So they said that like this some attack happened and the deity was hidden in the Narad Kunda, but we could not find the deity. So that's why we are worshipping Shaligram Shila. So Shankaracharya told, okay, so if I go and find deity in Narad Kunda, so will you install the deity? Will you reinstall the deity and start the worship again in the same way? So they said, Pujari said, okay. They agreed, they accepted proposal. Shankaracharya came and but they were telling, no, do not go inside Narad Kunda. We don't know, you may drown there, die there. So please do not go. They were telling that also. But Shankaracharya did not listen. He went deep inside the Narad Kunda and found one deity. But deity's one finger was broken. So again put the deity back because a broken deity cannot be installed. So again he put the deity back in the water. Again went inside. Again found another deity. But it was not another deity, it was same deity. He thought it is another deity. Again he saw that the same deity having finger broken. Like that it happens 2-3 times. So he became very unhappy. What is this? What Leela Lord is doing? I don't know. This deity cannot be installed. So then one Akashvani happened and Vishnu told that I have decided to again be reinstalled in the same deity form. So do not worry. I will be worshipped in the same deity form, even though my this deity's finger is broken. So, but I will be worshipped in the same form. So please go and reinstall the same deity. So still that finger is broken of deity, but that same deity is being worshipped. So that deity was installed there, and again the worship is started. There is also a place called as Charan Paduka. It is a little some 3 kilometers above Badrinath. They say that when Lord Narayana first stepped down on earth on Badrikashtam, his footprints are engraved there. So that Vishnu's footprints are still there. It's 3 kilometers above Badrikashtam. When he came from Vaikuntha, when he stepped down, his footprints are marked. We'll try to see if possible how much distance. So this happened and this pastime happened. Another pastime in some other Purana it is mentioned that how Lord Narayana came here. So when Lord Narayana wanted to do austerity as instructed by Narada, desired by Narada, so when he came here to Badrikashtam, he found that already Lord Shiva is doing meditation here, tapasya. He also found this place very nice because Shiva lives in Kailasha, so he likes to be in Himalayas, this kind of mountains, regions. So he was doing meditation here with his wife Parvati. So they are doing meditation, they are living there. So when Narayana came here, he became a child form, converted himself into a child form. And he started crying. So Mother Parvati, being women, having motherly affection, so she heard the cry of the baby and she thought that this baby is hungry, so we should give some food to the baby. So but there not much, this kind of restaurants were not there at that time. So there was no food available in Himalayas. They said Mother Parvati told to Shiva, let us go, we'll go and search some food, try to feed this baby. So, but Shiva is telling, no, don't believe, it may be illusory energy of the Lord, it may be Maya. So Shiva was already anticipating that it may be some danger or something which is not so palatable. So Shiva is forbidding Mother Parvati, do not become motherly affection, do not show your motherly affection. Just leave this baby, just focus on your austerities. But Mother Parvati did not listen, and she took Shiva also. Okay, we'll go and see some food. So they went, and when they returned back with some food, they found that in which home they were living, Shiva and Parvati, that home door was locked from inside. And they were knocking the door, nobody is opening. So then Shiva told Mother Parvati, you see, I told you, na, something is going to happen. So you see, our home, it's our own home, but we are not allowed here. So then Narayana opened the door and he said that I like this place very much. So I want to be here. This is my home now. You go and find some other home for yourself. So then Lord Shiva told, because he has to follow Lord Narayana. So everybody, all the big demigods, they worship Lord Narayana. So he said, my dear Lord, okay, it's your desire, what can be done? So they went to, first they came to a temple which is Adi Kedarnath. We saw that they started living there. But again they saw that Lord Narayana is getting disturbed here. So we should go to some other place. So they went to that Kedarnath, which is there, one of the Char Dham. So Lord Shiva and Parvati went there and started living there. This is how this Badrinath and Kedarnath, they are there. So if you see any, all the four dhams, Lord Shiva is also there. Because he is a great devotee of Vishnu. Vaishnava Nam Yatha Shambhu. In Jagannath Puri, he is there in Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar is a place of Lord Shiva. Similarly in Vrindavan also, Bhuteshwar Mahadev is there, Gopeshwar Mahadev is there. He is called a Kshetrapal. He is the protector of the Dham. Lord Shiva has been given this duty, you protect my Dham. And the Dwarka also is there. Somnath.
Right.
So Lord Shiva is always there in the Dham. He wants to be in association of Lord always. And he wants to protect the Dham of the Lord. That is his duty, responsibility given by Vishnu. So he is doing that. So these are some of the pastime related to this Badrikashram, how Lord Badrinath came here. There are some more places which we are going to visit today. Now one more pastime happened. So Narayan Rishis were doing their tapasya. This is recorded in Srimad Bhagavatam also. Narayan Rishi and Badrinath. They were doing tapasya. And whenever somebody does tapasya very severely, Indra becomes disturbed first of all. He thinks that my position will go away. My position as Devata, the king of the heaven, will go away. This person will do austerity and will please some big demigod, Lord Shiva or Brahma, and ask come, and he will ask, I want this, I want that. And they will come and occupy my place. It has happened in the past many times.
Many times.
Bali Maharaj, he captured many big demons many times. They have thrown away all the demigods, and this went and they captured. So like this, he gets disturbed. So he always want to disturb the austerities. Somebody is doing big austerities. So he always want to disturb. So then Indra, in the usual way, he sent many apsaras from heavenly kingdom. Rambha, so many famous. Prabhupada has, for the apsaras, Prabhupada has translated in English as society girls of heavenly planet. That is their job there. They charm on the demigods. And the demigods also enjoy with them. That is the role of apsaras. There's a lot of enjoyment. And that is one more duty for apsaras to disturb the sages. And many times they have, many pastimes are there. Vishwamitra was disturbed. Which apsara was? also Rambha and selected all the best of the society girls, Apsaras, they were sent. So, but, and Kamdev himself was also engaged. You also go. You know, one arrow of Kamdev is enough to incite the lusty desire. But despite all these things, they tried so much, but they could not disturb the austerities of Lord Narayana Rishi, especially Narayana Rishi, because they are Supreme Lord Himself, Sri Vishnu Himself. So then, what Narayana did from his thigh, from thigh he produced one very beautiful girl. Thigh in Sanskrit is called as Uru also. So from the Uru, one very beautiful girl came out, appeared, and that's why the name of that Apsara was Urvashi. And Urvashi was so beautiful that even all the other Apsaras that came, they also got enchanted with the beauty of Urvashi. Even Kamdev got enchanted. Even Indra got enchanted. What is this beauty? We have never seen. First time we are seeing. Urvashi's beauty is so nice. She appeared from the thigh. What we call in Hindi? Jang. From the thigh. It's called, in Sanskrit it's called as Uru. The name is given Urvashi. Narayana told. So Narayana was, then they understood that he is Narayana himself. He is producing so many Urvashis like that, so many beautiful girls he is producing. And everybody got bewildered, what is this happening? When they understood their fault, mistake, they started asking pardon from Narayana. So Narayana also became merciful and he told, okay, you also take this Urvashi, one more in your heavenly planet. And this will be known as the most beautiful Apsara in your society. That's how Urvashi was joined the assembly of the Apsaras. That was created. There is also one Urvashi temple here in Badrika Ashram. First time Urvashi temple. We don't know, we have to find the location. If you are able to see. So this also past time happened in Badrika Ashram. And many great devotees, they have come here to do austerities, tapasya. It's mentioned in that Dhruva Maharaj, he came here. He was told by Manu, his father, forefathers, that you go and do tapasya in Badrika Ashram. So he also came here, Dhruva Maharaj. Even though he already got the planet of Vishnu, the Dhruva Loka has already got. But the last time he came to Badrika Ashram, and from here he went to Vaikuntha. That plane landed in Badrika Ashram, Vaikuntha, Vahana. So Dhruva Maharaj came. Uddhav, he was a great devotee. He was told by Krishna that you go to Badrika Ashram. When Krishna wanted to finish all his pastime, all of the pastime, the gopis were kidnapped. And the Dwarka Puri was submerged in the ocean, and Krishna was hit by the arrow. So that time this devotee came, Uddhav, and Krishna told you go to Badrika Ashram. So Uddhavji also, that's why we have Uddhav deity also
there.
The altar. Narada's deity is there. So Narada, we discussed that for 6 months he is the head priest.
Right.
In the Badrika Ashram, so his deity is also there. And these are some of the pastimes happened. Even Pandu, that place we are going to visit on the return, we will see. Pandu, the father of the Pandavas, he came at Pandukeshwar and we started meditation. Pandavas took birth in Pandukeshwar,
Achha.
a great devotee. So some details we'll discuss once we go to Pandaveshwar temple. Like that, this place is famous for the austerities. So many Pandavas went to heavenly planet in the same body.
Right.
And they went from Badrikashram.
This is the main story.
This place called as Swarga Rohan, Swarga CD, they say.
Yes.
So there is a ladder which connects one hill to heavenly planet.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is not there.
Uh-huh.
You cannot go there.
They went as it is with this bodies, है ना? हाँ.
So they say that that is Swarga CD and all those things.
Uh-huh.
That itself is very difficult to reach there.
Uh-huh.
It is on very too much height.
Mm-hmm.
And they say many of some steps are visible, many steps are not visible. Of course, we cannot go in the same body. So they went from the Badrikashram to heavenly planet, Pandavas. So that was.
Prabhu, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have heard that the Yamraj came in the form of dog and followed the Yudhishthir Maharaj with the, है ना? So when he went to the, मतलब that is Swarga, they said, why you come with a dog? Either the dog will come or you shall come, or you shall left the dog. Then Yudhishthir Maharaj said, I can't left the dog because many are my brothers are left me in the heaven and only dog is following me. So then Yamraj again darshan and what मतलब उनको मतलब जो आशीर्वाद दिया like that.
So and we are going to visit the place where Ved Vyas took birth. We are going to that in Manava village, that place, and there is Vyas cave there, and he has compiled all the Vedas, Puranas, Mahabharata. He has written in that cave. It is on the bank of Saraswati river. It is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam also. So on the bank of Saraswati river, he is compiled. His ashram is there. Vyasa Muni ashram. There is a shloka in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And we know that past time how Ved Vyas was feeling unhappy even though he has compiled all the Vedic literature. So Narad Muni came and he told to compile something about Krishna himself, fully about Krishna, not any karma kanda here and there. So then he compiled Srimad Bhagavatam. That also it happened here only. So Narad Muni is the head priest here and he is also spiritual master of Ved Vyas. So this happened here and there is a Ganesha cave also. So Mahabharata was written with the help of Ganesha.
Ganesha.
So Ganesha wrote Mahabharata and Ved Vyas was narrated. So Ganesha came also. So Ganesha also, Lord Ganesha also came here in Badrikashram. So it is some of the stories are mentioned in the scripture about Badrinath. It mentioned that Kshetra Darshan Matrena Pranidam Nasti Patakam. After having darshan in this holy kshetra, one who takes a dip in the Panch Tirthas, the 5 waterfalls are there. Panch Tirthas is also only visited Narad Shila. Yeah, there are 5 Shilas: Narad Shila, Varaha Shila, Narsimha Shila, and then Markandeya Shila, one more in there. This one, Garuda Shila. These are the 5 Shilas. It is said that Narad Muni got liberation, got perfection while doing meditation in Narada Shila. He was sitting on Narada Shila, which we had bath in Narad Kund. Nearby that is Narada Shila. He was sitting on Narada Shila and he got perfection, liberation. He saw Vishnu there. He appeared. So Narada did tapasya for some 6,000 or some 60,000 years. Some number in the scripture. So many thousands of years he did tapasya in Badrikashram and he had darshan of Narayana here. That's how this Narada Shila is there. And then Markandeya Shila is there. Markandeya Muni did tapasya here.
Right.
And he also saw Vishnu. So Markandeya Muni, he wanted to see the illusory energy of Lord. That's how Lord Krishna gave him that he will become Amar for so many kalpas, some 7 kalpas. So he did not die. So much devastation happened, one kalpa after another kalpa, and he's seeing everything, and he's getting bewildered, he's getting worried. That's what he wanted to see. Because Markandeya Muni got perfection here. Without possibility. So then Garud Shila is there. Garuda Dev, his brother is Aruna Dev. So Aruna Dev, they are son of Kashyapa Rishi. So Kashyapa Rishi is having so many wives. One wife having these 2 sons also, Aruna and Garuda. So Aruna Dev got job. He got placement. He became a chariot driver of sun god.
Sun god, Arun.
Arun Dev. लेकिन गरुड़ देव के पास कोई जॉब नहीं था. So he thought I also should become somebody's chariot driver, somebody's carrier. But it should not be some ordinary person. I want to become chariot driver of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. So then somebody suggested it's not possible easily. You have to do a lot of tapasya. So he came here and did tapasya on Garud Shila. And he became perfected. And Narad, Vishnu came and he was having this desire. So Vishnu granted, okay, you become my carrier. So he got placement here in Badrikashram. And that's how this Garud Dev is still celebrated carrier of Lord Vishnu. That happened in the Garud Shila. And then there is Narsimha Shila. Lord Narsimha, after killing Hiranyakashipu, he came here to Badrikashram and he sat on Narsimha Shila. So somebody suggested that you have to go to some, because you are very angry, some heat is emanating from your body.
Very much heat.
Go and get some cool. In Badrikashram, go and have a nice breeze and all those things. Mandakini, Alaknanda river is there, big Himalayas, go and sit there. That's how Narsimha Dev came. And it's called a Narsimha Shila. They said that Narsimha Dev is still there in the form of Narsimha Shila. Then there is one more. Varaha Shila. Even Lord Varaha, after lifting earth, he came here to take some rest. That's how it is called Varaha Shila. Varaha Shila also, they say that these Shilas are in the form of Varaha. Varaha Shila in the form of Varaha. If you observe, you can see Narsimha Shila is in the form of having lion in some form. So these are the 5 Panch Tirthas here. After having darshan in this holy Kshetra, one who takes a dip in the Panch Tirthas and Tapta Kunda, one who has darshan of Shri Adi Kedareshwar, that is Adi Kedareshwar temple, nearby.
We visited, yes, yesterday.
And circumambulates Lord Badri Narayan, the parikrama of Lord Badri Narayan. One gets freed from all sins and becomes a part of virtues and attains the abode of Vishnu Loka. In the Skanda Purana says, Badayakyam Hare Chetram Trishu Lokeshu Dullabham. Badayakyam Hare Chetram Trishu Lokeshu Dullabham. Chetrasya Smaran Deva Mahapak Akino Naraha Vimukta Kilbash Sadhyo Marna Mukti Bhaginaha. Skanda saying, out of the 3 lokas, Badri Kshetra is the prominent Kshetra. Just by thinking of Badri Kshetra, great sinners get rid of their sins and attain moksha. Just by thinking of Badri Kshetra, you will get liberation. It is so powerful. All of you are putting some status when you are thinking about Badrinath. may we get liberation. Ashwamedha sahasrani vayu bhojye cha yat phalam Chantantare Vishalayam. Another place of Badrinath is Vishalayam Tat Phalam Chanamatra. The result derived from performing thousands of Ashwamedh Yajna and meditation can be obtained by a moment's presence in the Badri Kshetra. 1 मिनट के लिए आप यहाँ प्रेजेंट हैं, ऑलरेडी आपने 1000 ऑफ अश्वमेध यज्ञ कर लिया, मेडिटेशन भी आपका हो गया, स्लीपिंग मेडिटेशन भी हो गया, Another place is mentioned सर्व तीर्थ अवगाहन तपो योग समाधि तत्फलम प्राप्ते सम्यक बद्री दर्शन आद गुहा. Great punya is obtained by performing penances, yoga and samadhi at other holy places. All these results are methodically obtained just by having Lord Badri Narayana's darshan. Just darshan karne se great punya is obtained. Whatever result is given by yoga and samadhi and penances in other holy places, the same result you get just by having darshan of Lord Badrinath. Further, the Skanda Purana narrates the glories of the holy Dham. Even if a grain of prasadam of Badri Narayana is consumed by a devotee who visits the holy Kshetra, would get rid of all kinds of patakas, sins, including the Maha Panch Patakas. The visitors to this holy region would attain Vishnu Sarupya, whose heart is replete with the vision of Lord Narayana, whose tongue and ears are. The visitors to this holy region would attain Vishnu Sarup, whose heart is replete with the vision of Lord Narayana, whose tongue and ears are full of his glories, whose stomach is with even a morsel of his prasad, and whose head touches the feet of Lord Badri Narayana's deity. The worst sins like killing the virtuous, intoxication, robberies and adultery would all evaporate once these requirements are fulfilled in the Badrinath. The result, another place it is said, further it is said, the result derived from residing and meditating for 60 years in Varanasi is equivalent to the result obtained by spending a day in Badrinath. 60 साल आप वाराणसी में रहेंगे, सेम रिजल्ट आपको एक दिन में यहाँ मिलेगा. So these are some of the glories of Badrinath. There is also one place called as you know the Muchukunda's pastor. He was sleeping, and then Kalevan came and he thought that is Krishna, and then he hit. And Muchukunda actually he fought for the demigods. इसने recently एक meme भी share किया था. बहुत हो गया, सोना है ऐसे करके. So he wanted, because he fought for so many years, so he wanted to sleep for a long time. I told that nobody should disturb my sleep. If anybody will disturb, then we will burn into ashes. That benefit, that blessing I want.
Kalevan.
No, Muchukunda. He fought for taking us. So then Lord Indra granted that desire. So he came and he was residing in Muchukunda cave. This one cave. It is possible to try to see. So he was sleeping there. And then Kalevan, we know that he was imitating Lord Krishna. He came in the 400 form. He wanted to fight. So Krishna wanted to fight, but Krishna fought for some time. But actually he has another plan. Krishna left the battle and he started running and came to Muchukunda. He came to Badrikashtam. Muchukunda. So because Krishna wanted that this Kalevan should be killed by Why? Because Kalevan has got a boon that he could not be killed by any Yadavas. He was having this boon. So that is why Krishna did not kill him. So when he disturbed the sleep, immediately burned into ashes. Then Muchukunda was again came here. I think he was some other place. He came here to do austerities here. That is Muchukunda cave. There is one Shesh Netra here. They say that in the form of stone, Lord Shesha is having darshan of Badrinath. That stone is having some eye. Looks like eye. They say it is Shesh Netra. And he is always having darshan of Badrinath. Shesh Netra. There is a Bhima pool we are going to visit today. That Bhima, their Pandavas are going to the heavenly planet. They wanted to cross the Saraswati river. So, but that Pandavas can cross anyway, but the wife was there, Draupadi. She cannot cross. So Bhima took a big boulder, big stone, and he put on Saraswati river. It became a bridge. It is called as Bhima pool. Today we are going to visit that Bhima pool. So this happened here. Brahma Kapal, there is one place nearby all these Panch Tirthas, Narad Kunda and all this. Brahma Kapal, they say that when Brahmaji created, he was doing the creation, so one beautiful girl also appeared. That was a daughter of Brahma, supposed to be daughter of Brahma. Came from Brahmaji. But Brahma himself got attracted with his own daughter. Her beauty was so much. So now this gives us the lesson that lust is very powerful. It is mentioned in the scripture Bhagavatam that a person should not sit in a lonely place, even with his daughter and the mother and one more sister, because lust is so powerful. So Brahmaji got attracted with his own daughter and started running towards her. Like this, now and then we hear some news also like this. Already it is happening all over the world. So then Lord Shiva became angry. What is this? He is supposed to be grandfather of everybody, Brahmaji, and he is attracted with his own daughter, setting some wrong example. So Lord Shiva thrown his Trishul on Brahmaji. Brahmaji was having originally 5 heads. So his one head got cut with that Trishul, and one head fell down. That head got stuck with the hand of Lord Shiva, with the Trishul of Lord Shiva. So Brahmaji realized, when his head was cut off, he realized his fault. I should not do this. And he left his body and got another body. So Brahmaji realized his fault. But because Lord Shiva did a Brahma Hatya kind of, because Brahmaji is original Brahmana. So killing one head of Brahma is like Brahma Hatya. So because of that sin, that Trishul was stuck with the head of Brahmaji. So wherever Lord Shiva is going, that head is still there. He's feeling very embarrassed. What is this head? And he is putting like this, and he is not targeting and doing in some tirtha. He's thinking that in some river it may flow. That is
but
also
it's not going.
Like this, he tried so many places that his skull is not going, not living. Then somebody suggested you go to Badrika Ashram, then only something will happen, and do austerity there. So Lord Shiva came here, it was Brahma Kapal. He did austerity here, and then in the water of Mandakini, head was washed away. So that pastime happened in the Brahma Kapal. It's Brahmaji's Kapal. That's why it's called as Brahma Kapal. And it is famous for तर्पण, जैसे ना
पितृतर्पण,
पक्ष,
हाँ पितृपक्ष.
पितृपक्ष में बहुत सारे लोग आके यहाँ पे श्राद्ध करते हैं. It is considered as even better than Gaya. Gaya is considered as the good place for Shraddha.
श्राद्ध तर्पण.
Best place for Shraddha. Or by common people. But very few people know that this place is even better than Gaya. So that's why this Pitru Paksha, a lot of crowd. They say that once you have done your Shraddha, no need to do any other Shraddha. One is sufficient. So because in the Shraddha what happens, they offer Vishnu Prasada to the forefathers. And just by taking Vishnu Prasad, they get liberation. So here directly, Badri Narayan's Prasadam, they offer to the forefathers. That's how they get it. But of course, Srila Prabhupada writes in the Bhagavad Gita, in one purport, in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, that for devotees need not to do any Shraddha. Those who are devotees, they need not to do any Shraddha, because just by performing devotional service, Prabhupada writes, hundreds and thousands of forefathers will be liberated. Just by chanting, just by becoming devotee, just by dancing in the kirtan, taking prasadam, becoming devotee. So that's why the devotees, the temple devotees, we don't do all the shraddha and all that. Of course, those who are at home, they can do.
They can do.
Homely people, those who are as a ritual, as a custom, they can do. But then devotees need not to do the shraddha. So that is one statement. But of course, many people come here, other common people, and they do shraddha. So these are the places about this Bhakti Ashram. So I hope I have covered most of the things. Anybody has any question?